You ever wondered why your hair and skin change as we age? One of the biggest misconceptions that I hear is that changes in our hair and our skin happen simply just because we're getting older. It goes a little bit more deep than that. And really, it's more specific physiological processes that are changing, that are happening beneath the surface. So it's physiology, it's the body. It's not just simply quote unquote aging. But as we age, collagen production decreases. Collagen is what keeps the skin plump and youthful. And so as we age, we don't produce as much collagen as we generally did before. And so what does lower amounts of collagen look like? You may begin to see wrinkles, fine lines, your skin is sagging more. So those are things that are happening with less collagen being produced. Our circulation may slow down as well. So we're not getting as much blood supply to our skin as well as our scalp. So when we begin having circulation issues where the blood flow is not as efficient, and this is not as significant as having peripheral vascular disease. So this is just simply that the blood supply to the biggest organ on our body, which is our skin, it's just not as in great quantity as it once was before, and even to our scalp. Inflammation increases as we age. So inflammation, which we can see on our skin, can change the texture. Inflammation can cause us to have pigmented spots on our skin. Inflammation can occur in our hair follicles as well. So even our scalp and our hair follicles can become inflamed, and that inflammation can prevent hair from growing or begin causing hair to shed, because that hair follicle where they should be growing is irritated and is not healthy due to inflammation. Hormonal changes can also affect both skin and hair. So as we age, for women, we're losing estrogen. That loss of estrogen can actually shift our hair follicles into more dormant phases. Instead of being in growth phases, it's in the more dormant shedding phase, something called telogen effluvium. And so when our hair cycles shift more to the resting phase or the shedding phase, then that's where we begin to see more hair in the brush, more hair in the shower, on our clothes, the whiter part, or in our crown. But when we begin seeing that thinning, sometimes that's because of the shift of our hair follicles becoming more dormant instead of being in the more growth phase. And then there's also cell turnover that becomes less efficient. So our skin is supposed to shed, we turn over cells and we regenerate new ones. But as we age, the efficiency of that cell turnover begins to decrease. And so we can see those effects in our skin. So all of these physiological changes can contribute to thinning hair, changes in our skin texture, and you can even see slower healing. And some people see that their skin bruises more easily. So really understanding why these changes occur can help us to better understand what are treatment options that may support us in having healthier hair and healthier skin. So when it comes to skin, some things that I do in office will be things like the Alma Opus. It's a plasma radiofrequency treatment that helps your skin to regenerate its own collagen production. And so when we have more collagen, our skin can look more plump, it's more tightened. And while there are some topical products that claim to help to restore collagen, collagen is really generated deep within the skin layers. And so you often have to do laser type treatments to really get full good effects of collagen production from something like the Alma Opus that I use, or microneedling devices, which I also have. Sometimes you need, if you're at certain levels, you need to get that level of treatment to actually get good collagen production done. When it comes to circulation, particularly for things in our scalp, that's where I use the Alma TED. It's an ultrasound device that helps to stimulate the dormant hair follicles to reawaken. And we apply a peptide serum that has antioxidants in them. So that inflammation that I also mentioned that can affect us, it's boosting circulation, and it's actually has antioxidants to decrease the inflammation that may be contributing to your hair thinning. So I use that to help with hair thinning and hair loss. So there are a lot of different ways. Sometimes there can be topical things that can help both skin and hair, but sometimes you need more aggressive treatments, and that's where medical treatments that I provide can help to improve both your hair and skin. Because again, the goal is not to stop aging. We want to age gracefully. The goal is supporting healthy aging by using safe treatments to support that.